So I got the tip off from Praise and Folly podcast that people really interact with cryptids because we vie for dominion. You can't help it. You're exploring different ways to try to survive, to live off the land, to have an experience outside of your bubble. And if you ran into a cryptid, it's because on it's the idea of what is encroaching, what is in the, who is the intruder. Your habitat and their habitat might overlap. If you weren't fighting for dominion, you would never run into a cryptid. But that's kind of the point of being alive. You know, it's just to see if there are ways to sustain in any circumstance. Environment is just a word for like circumstances that are thrust upon you by like natural forces, things that you have to abide, and authority is just the potential or the capability to destroy. You have to recognize as part of recognition. It's recognition and even respect. Sometimes it can be overrated, but without the ability to ascertain what forces can overcome you, it's like arrogant and hubristic and like all these other things, and that may be hard for some people to process. That feel that dialectically, if they want to put their foot down for a sustainable development for the globe, you know, with the interest of a better life, a way of living for all of like not just the globalists, but the people too. Like, you know, like why keep us in suspense forever when we know that you don't need a massive lawn care service unless your homeowners association demanded. And then when you start growing things for your apothecary and for your pantry, dry goods, like you start growing like vegetables, you start growing things like that. It's just an eyesore. You know that's just an eyesore, right? Get that out of here. Like, people don't want to see that. They think that they were resuscitating back to a peasant. Like, get that out of here because we don't want to look at it. And then everybody else copies them, thinking that they're chipping away, you know, progressing up the ladder. In a similar fashion to something like Camelot or a fucking golf course or something. But then we got all these hungry people, and we got all these smart people that if they had that much land, what they would do with the land. Like, they would make it impossible for them to be an asshole. Like, they would just spend like good food, not gimmicky food, like in a store. Like, you would get actual food, like they would actually give it to you because they grow excess. If everybody's doing what's in their best interest, they have excess, and that is just a thing. I know it sounds like a far out conspiracy theory. Even tweakers know what I'm talking about. But it just makes it easier for you to make the transition over to the spirit world if people are stupid here. So just push through, head down, power forward, and push through. I'm pretty sure it's trivial. It's just permission to make a transition into something else, some other form of being. Even though for all intents and purposes that everything looks horrendous, and it's like everything is extracting horror. Everything is like getting the reaction from you, like getting trauma from you, getting like all this bad negative shit from you. Like on the other side, it doesn't look like it's hideous, and it doesn't look like humanity and stuff. So it's like, it was just like, But then that sounds nihilistic though, because you worry consistently if you're not sitting there looking at your children. You're wondering if they're safe, if you don't want their bus to take a sharp turn on getting onto, like, like flipping over. Like, you can't watch them, so you, like, it's just natural for like all kinds of bad thoughts. You'll be knocking on wood all the time. Like, it's just like, it's like torture to be alive and to have responsibility, and like everybody has it.